Hey guys, what's going on? It's Adrian. Oh god, you guys, you know what? I never can get this light right. It's always too bright, too sunny, or something. Hey Yellow Mitchell, how are you? This lighting never works for me. The sun is always, which is a good thing. The sun is always so crazy. But I'm going to try to get some people some time to get in. I have some stuff that's on my mind today. I'm doing great. How are you doing this Friday, end of the work week? Hey, Julie, what's going on? You on your phone call, girl. Hey, Urban Star Magazine, thanks for joining. I was trying to figure out how I want to do this Periscope because I'm in a good mood today. I feel blessed and I feel kind of, easygoing, but at the same time, I'm a little bit pissed off. And I was just trying to decide how I want to approach this scope. I mean, you guys know I don't come out angry or whatever. My tone may be a little, sometimes, but I don't like to be angry on my scopes, but I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Okay, so the title of the scope is Who Are You To, and then fill in the blanks. First, let me say who I am. If you don't know, I'm Adrienne Graham, CEO and founder of Empower Me Corporation. We are a business growth strategies firm that helps you go from small business to thriving, profitable enterprise company. So I've been at this game a long time. I've been in business since 1994 when I started my first business. And I've seen different ups and downs. I've seen failures and successes. I've been through different incarnations, even with Empower Me. I've been through these different levels with my business. It's changed, it's shifted, it's reorganized, and all this other stuff. So thanks for inviting. Yeah, please invite your followers because you guys probably want to hear this. I'm not going to kirk out on anybody today, but hi, Chanel Watkins. Thanks for joining. And lately I've been hearing a lot of people complaining about people telling them, well, who are you to? You're not an expert. You don't know. You're just starting out. And that's the worst thing that you could say to someone who is just starting out in a business. True, you may have the foundational tools. You may have the skill set for something. Doesn't make you an expert yet. But everybody started as an amateur, and that's what pisses me off about a lot of people. They forget we all started at the bottom. We all started from the very beginning, from day one. And it galls me to see people get up on their high horse and try to denigrate people who are actually trying to do things. Now, let me put this into context for you. Those of you who are joining, I'm talking about my title, Who Are You To? I've been asked that before, but not lately. I better not get asked that. Nah, I probably will. I mean, you're supposed to ask. But anyway, a young lady came to me and she's starting a business. And someone, I think a family member, told her, who are you to start a business? Nobody in our family has ever started a business. You better stay with your 9 to 5. And she was like, I doubted myself. I have this really good idea, but I don't know if I should move forward with it because, my family member said, and it's true. Nobody's had a business in my family before. So that made me a little upset, and I talked to her for a little bit. I didn't know her. She reached out to me, from Twitter, I think it was. And I talked to her a little bit, and I'm like, don't let anybody steal your shine. If you feel that you have the gift, the talent to do the business you want to do, don't let anybody tell you any differently, So I got another note from someone who stumbled across my blog in my podcast and said, you know what, that is just what I needed. I don't have anybody that gives me motivation. I feel like I'm in my business alone and nobody supports me. My family members don't encourage me, and it's always that element of, well, who are you to do this? And then here's the thing. I run in my circles, and the people that I hang out with, the entrepreneurs that I hang out with, we all notice that our circles get smaller and smaller and smaller. And you may notice that too about your own circles. When you reach new levels, some people have to get left behind. The key is you have to be comfortable with that. You have to be okay with the fact that you're leaving some people behind because everybody serves a purpose. Now, that's not to say use and abuse people or throw people away or whatever. Everybody has different levels. The people who I hang out with, like I've told you guys about some of my mentors. Yeah, it's a very small world. I told you guys about some of my mentors. One of my mentors happens to be this insanely successful investment banker and owner of the WNBA team Seattle Storm. You know, my people from around the way, I'm not going to hang out with them and her in the same environment. You know, it shifts. It doesn't mean you let go of people. It doesn't mean that you kick people to the curb. It just means that you expand your horizons, and as you get to new levels, you have to take your consciousness up to new levels as well. And your business, and your network, and the people around you, and your inner circle. And it's okay for it to get smaller. Here's the problem though, because I've experienced this. I had a really good friend, long-time friend. We fell out. We had a falling out because we were just on two different planes. And she saw as I started like getting press, I was in, Essence, I was in Jet, I was in Black Enterprise. I was in Black Enterprise like 5 times. I was in Financial Times, I was in Forbes, I was in Fortune and MSNBC and all of these good blessings that were coming to me. And she told me that I was getting uppity. Now, I'm further, you guys know, whoever's reached out to me, and those of you who know me, I think only one person on here really knows me, Julie, Miss Lady. I'm far from that. Hey, freelance to you, thanks for joining. I'm very open and accommodating. So for her to feel, I think she felt I wasn't giving her enough time. But when you're doing, like, when you have all these moving parts to your business, your time shrinks. You should make time for your friends and your family. But those who are going to be supportive of you. So she asked me point blank, well, who are you to decide that you're better than me? And I was like, did I miss the memo? When did that memo come out? When did I say I was better than you? My time is different now. It's allocated differently. Doesn't mean I'm better than you. Doesn't mean I don't love you. But I have other priorities. And, I get a lot of that. Who are you too? Like, people will find me on the internet who never read about me, saw me, or anything. And who's this chick? Who is she to tell people about their businesses? I'm me. I'm Adrienne. I've got 20 years in the game. I failed. I've succeeded. I failed. I've succeeded. So I have every right. Somebody pointed out to me, somebody said to me a couple of weeks back, called me a hypocrite. Here's the thing. You guys know I try to be as transparent and honest as possible with everyone. I am far from a hypocrite. She pointed out that she said, I get on and tear companies down. I don't tear companies down. I think she was referring to Shark Tank. Now, I get on, I make comments about companies in Shark Tank along with everyone else, but I also give constructive criticism that would help alleviate whatever the issue is. And anybody who knows me knows that, yes, I'm going to tell you, I said this before, your baby is ugly. Your baby meaning your business. I'll tell somebody that in a heartbeat. But here's where the responsibility comes in. As someone who's a veteran in business, as someone who considers herself a guide, an advisor and a consultant. Hey, Toya Hawkins, thanks for joining. It's my responsibility to point out when something is wrong, but that's other issues trying to displace their own action. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Julie. It's my responsibility to say, hey, you're doing this wrong, or hey, this needs to be tweaked. But I'm not supposed to just leave it there, and I never do. And Julie can tell you, we had a long conversation this weekend. As a matter of fact, just like an off the cuff, we hadn't spoken in a while. But she can tell you, I'll tell you what's wrong, but then I'm going to give you suggestions on how to fix it. And I feel like that's my responsibility. If I'm going to criticize, at least let me give you reasons why I'm going to criticize the business and give you some tips that'll help you, And when that charge was leveled at me, it upset me because I was like, I hope people don't think that that's what I do. I get on Shark Tank, I get on West Texas Investors Club, The Profit, on Twitter, and I'll go and I'll comment. Yes, I'll comment as I see through my eyes. See, and here's something that a lot of you probably don't know. I ended up becoming a mentor at an accelerator program because of my commentary on Twitter about Shark Tank on Fridays. You never know who's watching. That's the thing about social media. It's so powerful and so helpful. It's such a tool, such a vehicle. You never know what can happen. But because of that, and I had happened to make a comment about one of the companies that was there, and their investor was on Twitter and watching the feed and saw the things that I said. And then he reached out to me privately and told me, I like your style. I love your suggestions. I love what you have to say. Let's talk. And I'm like, talk? For what? told me he was a venture capitalist, that he had this accelerator program and wanted me to come on as a mentor. So you have to keep it. One thing about me, I don't bullcrap you guys. I don't pull no punches. I tell it like it is, because I want to see you guys reimagine growth. I want to see people reimagine the way small businesses grow and expand. And you got to excuse me, there's something going on. The fire department just drove by, whatever it is. Thanks for the hearts. I appreciate it, guys. Keep giving the hearts if you like what I'm sharing. But it's not enough for me to tell you make 6 figures, make 7 figures, work on the weekends or do a side hustle. No, a lot of businesses fail because they don't have people who are bold enough to tell them the truth about their businesses. They don't have people who are bold enough to guide them the right way. They want to give them a blueprint. They want to give them a formula. They want to give them some worksheets and a workbook and a $97 a month call. Now, there's nothing wrong with that if that's the level that you're at. Now, let me say that because a lot of people have been getting on me saying that I've been bashing coaches. I don't bash coaches. I respect coaches who know what they're doing. Let's say that. Who get results, who help people. But, you have to, I hold myself to a high level, a high standard, because all eyes are on me. My audience, I'm not talking about the world. I don't consider myself a celebrity or anything like that. But when I go to a speaking engagement, when I walk into a room where I'm teaching or speaking, when I walk into social media, when I walk into an interview for a media, any kind of press, all eyes are on me from my audience. And it is in their best interest for me to share with them what's going to help them to grow, flourish, and succeed. So when I get these emails about who are you to, what am I supposed to say? I've been working on my ego. I did an ego tripping podcast, Periscope yesterday, and it gets hard sometimes because sometimes you just want to say, damn it, just go Google me. I have a digital footprint, and as well as all of you who have businesses and starting businesses, you need to have a digital footprint, a good digital footprint. And, I've never seen anything bad said about me yet. There's always a first time. But I'm transparent, I'm real, I'm raw, and I'm easily accessible. And I don't say anything on social media that I don't mean and that I can't back up. So when I say my digital footprint is strong, yes, it's there. And I have tons of people who vouch for me, who speak for me, who, can attest to who I am with my character. So, which leads me back to who are you to? I know some of you guys are looking to jump into entrepreneurship, or if you already have, you're struggling to kind of get to that next pivotal moment where you take your business to the next level, and you run into, like they say, new level, new devil. Child, let me tell you, that is the truest phrase I've ever heard. New level, new devil. But it's all in how you handle it and how you deal with it, how you conquer it, because you can't let these setbacks, you can't let the ramblings of other people dictate your path or your future. I've seen people who got shut down, who lost their confidence. And I was one of those people way back when. Had that footprint is long and great for, oh, thank you, freelance to you. I try. But I've had people in the past who were like, why am I doing this? Am I the person who's supposed to do this? Is this for me? Am I supposed to do? And they start questioning themselves. See, here's the thing. Back before, you had to worry about your friends and your family, well-meaning and otherwise, who would try to talk you out of your gift, your passion, your talent, starting a business, and, going for your dreams. Today, everybody is so living on public is what I call it. Living out, I don't like to say living out loud, living on public. We're all on social media. I'm always on social media. And we put our stuff out there. Now, you guys know I'll share my personal stuff. You see my little bad nephews come through here. My niece turned 18 yesterday. I shared that. The death of my nephews last year. I shared that. There's so many. I share a lot of my personal stuff there. I don't share everything, because I only share what I feel that it's okay to share. Everything is not relevant to share. But we live in such a public society. And I was thinking about this, and there's one of my vices. I have this singer that I've been a fan of, that I, back in the days I was a fan of, and recently stumbled across his Periscopes, and he hasn't been out in a while. I mean, he's been in the cut, but he's so public, and it's like people ask all kind of crazy things, and I watch the feeds and I watch it, and the questions that come out, people are like, how rude, that's just disrespectful. So before it used to be that celebrities were getting the gossip rags and, you know, TV, whatever. Now social media has opened up a big whole realm to that. But it's no longer just celebrities, which was my point. It's you too. It's me too. It's all of us. All it takes is one person to make one jacked up comment to throw somebody's day off. You know, somebody wrote a book. Lots of you probably, if you can probably relate to this. I wrote 5 books total. One of them was like a bestseller on Amazon for like 3 weeks straight. It's called No You Can't Pick My Brain. And on that book, I got my first 3-star rating. And the person was hypercritical. And at that time, this was 2012, so I was confident and secure in myself, but I wasn't equipped because everything I had done up to that date, I've gotten mostly great reviews. So to get that, I'm like, oh, wait, what? And I took it like a personal attack. That's the power that social media has, you know. And yes, Amazon is considered a social media too. It's a platform that people are overlooking. One day I'll get into that. I don't want to get into that right now, but just to give you the reference, you know, people can come at you from any time, any place, from a tweet, from a Facebook post, on a Periscope, you know, Instagram. They can leave nasty comments. They can question your authenticity. They can do all these things, and it make it seem like, well, who is she to do this, or who is he to do this? It happens. The key is you have to stand strong. You have to stand strong in your beliefs. You have to stand strong and confident that you have the skills to deliver the goods. Because the only one that matters at the end of the day is the people that you serve. That's your client base, your customer base, whatever you want to call them, your community that you build around you, your following. I don't like to call it following. That sounds so kind of superficial. But community, I call it my community, you know. And that's all that matters. Everybody else is just background noise. It's not worth it. And I refuse to spend my days tight in the chest because somebody doesn't like what I said or how I said something or what I did. The only thing that matters to me is the people who give praise for the results that I have given them. And that's where you have to focus your mind right now. And if you're new in business, and trust me, I get it. I've been new. I understand. You know, I mentor startups. We, you know, at an accelerator program. Please don't send me emails about that. But you know, and the fear of who am I to do, you know, what gives me the right? You have the right. If God put that thought in your mind and in your heart, you absolutely have the right. So that's what I want to share with you guys today. Please stay up, stay positive. When someone comes at you with all of that negativity, just cast it to the side. Pray for them because they're dealing with their own insecurities. It has usually nothing to do with you. It's about other people and their own insecurities. So just do your thing. Do your thing and forget everybody else. Everything else will fall in place. Now, here's the thing. Let me just throw this in there, too, because, you know, I have to give it to you complete 360 education when I say things. Not just do your thing. Be cognizant of how you do your thing. Be respectful of the people that you serve. Be open to change, to constructive criticism, because that's the only way that you grow. You know, not everybody is meant to stay in the same place at the same time. You know, all the time. I mean, everybody is meant to grow. And we get put in these situations where we are stretched and we're pulled and we're torn and we're beaten down and pushed down and pulled up and stretched all over the place. It's how you rise to the occasion that matters. So I want you to really focus on it. So the next time somebody gives you constructive criticism, step back, number one, and think, is it valid? Is there something that I need to be looking at a little bit differently? Number two, look at the source. This person just likes to complain or point fingers or make fun or have a comment for every single thing. Look at their motivation. That's on them. You can't carry that burden. That's their burden to carry. You know, and then finally, I want you to be confident in who you are, and this is where branding comes in. And please, guys, follow Jay Stone. If you need some branding help, Jay Stone and the Baseline Group is the Baseline, BASSLINE GRP. So Jay Stone, JAISTONE, and the Baseline Group, the BASSLINEGRP. Those are two of the baddest chicks in the game that I know about branding. Okay, so if you need help with your brand, your image, yeah, they're the ones to call with a brand. I'm the one that fixes everything after you get your brand together, because we got to have the infrastructure, we got to have all the good stuff, the internal workings to take your business and make your business excel. But once you've set your brand in place, don't deviate from that, because that's the core values. That's a promise that you're making to your audience, to your community, to your clients, to your followers, of who you are going to authentically be. So no matter what the criticism is, stay authentic to yourself and to your brand, and also be open to expansion and doing things that are complementary to your brand, because I want you to soar. I want you to grow. You know what? I was thinking about this. I talked about growth clinics the other day, and I am going to do growth clinic, but what I want to do is, this message like touched my heart today. I really needed to speak this out. I'm thinking maybe to do a CEO think tank, mastermind, brainstorm kind of thing, whatever, like a once a month thing. I'm thinking about doing that, because I see a lot of women are really plugging along at their businesses and maybe need that boost, that confidence boost, and they need that peer advisory to kind of, all right, tell me where my baby's ugly, tell me where I need to make changes. So I think that, and I don't know, maybe for all women, because I always do Mogul Chicks Chat, but guys have been asking me too about this. But let me think on it. I think I want to do something like that. Maybe a monthly, like maybe up to 7 or 9 people a month, and do it on like Google Plus Hangout, like a private video, so everyone can see everyone. I don't want to do it on Periscope. So plus this ain't gonna be free. Nothing is, that stuff ain't free. Periscopes are free. I always do Periscopes for free. But let me think on that, because I think there's a lot of women that could use that encouragement, and that someone to hold them accountable and help give them, brainstorm and give them ideas on what they can make better for their business. So, anywho, thanks for tuning in today, and the hearts and the shares. I appreciate you guys. Love you all. Happy Friday. Happy Halloween. You guys get out there and have fun. I am Adrienne Graham, CEO and founder of Empower Me Corporation. And you can visit me at empowerme.org, or you can send me email at info@